2.74. Tamamdır. Başladık. Şimdi bir şey. Başlayacağız. Tamam. Buyurun. Devam ki. Öyle. Başlıyoruz. Daha şunu kapatmaymış mı? Yeni fark ettim. Niye kapanmadı? Ya. Buradan işte başladı bir promotion kısa. Heh, bak buradayız.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
Ne
To
diyor?
be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats.
Nereden
Instead, I am
başlaydı?
going to tell you because,
Kaldı.
well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
Ee, tamam.
With appropriate
Nefret
treatment,
ediyorum.
the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless,
İyiymiş herhalde.
Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears
Fatih.
you already
Ah
are familiar
Fatih.
with
Şu
them.
çöl alan.
That'll save me some explanation.
Öyle.
Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Deneyimliymiş
I
orada.
didn't know
Derinlikte
Kale's been
koymuş
through
deneyim.
so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to
Konuşmak
apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Aha.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Al.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She
Şimdi
overexerted
nasıl?
herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long
İyidir
as she's
herhalde.
taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I
Şimdilik
could
daha
see that
iyiymiş.
she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the
Sure.
traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then.
Yeah.
We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover
Yeah.
their energy.
Şimdi pala diye bir şeye
Where
bakacakmış.
exactly are we going to find this plant?
Şu an
Nilot
ilk
Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The
Perfect.
Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water.
Ne?
When fully matured, they look like
Tamam.
giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attract.
Işınlanacağım. Işınlanma yeri. Şöyle.
The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower.
Zaten daha bu
You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their
ağzını
species.
kışın.
Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose,
Nadir
and
olduğunu.
is completely contrary to its name.
Tutanama yakın.
Huh. Okay then.
Ne?
Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Ay senin. Yürüme ha. Koşsana lan. Altın balık. Yarıma geçiyor ya. Yok şunu atma. 3 oldular ya. Pardon. Gelmeyin. Git lan. Soğuk yaparız. Önce bak. Tamam. Tamam. Öldüm.
There is no escape.
Kolay.
I'll keep this close.
Malsın ya. Şuna vur işte. Lan vurun. Burada ne var lan bunu açmış? Bunu kullanmak için ne var? Aa şurada varmış lan. Benden almak lazım. Vay. Şaka mısın ya? Ne işe yaradı? İki tane varmış. Telefon alayım. Üstünde kaya var. Niye lan? Buraya geldim. Ay senin. Ne kendi kendine çıktı ya? Sonra zeytin piç. Neydi? Şeftaliymiş. Zeytin şeftali. Ha burada da varmış bir tane. Nerede hani? Çok aşağı inedi. Şu. Azıcıktan uza. Bir şey yok mu zaten? Evet hiçbir şey var mı?
Stabilize.
İyi oldu. Be. Hadi atla. Hah. Bir şey yok. Şurada çiçekte oynaşan birkaç tip var. Aa şurada mor. İşte alacağım ama ya. Sumeru.
Solidify.
İşte bunun gücü abi.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Aa ne oldu?
Illusion shattered.
Tek başına olunca bir şey yapamıyorum. Allah. 5 mi? Bundan 10 tane çıkıyordu lan. Beklemezdim bundan gelişini. Alt tarafı iyi kazandırıyordu ya.
There should be Nilot Palalotuses growing
Ne diyor?
somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
Ha. Gizemleri yukarı
If you
çıkarttım.
could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be
Okay.
sufficient.
Ne diye? Şey diyeyim.
We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Yok. Tamam. Hadi. Başlayalım. Look. Look object. Objective fuck diyor şundan diyor. Objective bakınca nereye? Collect fresh. Ah. Milopata. Bu mu oluyor? Milopata. Toplayayım hepsini. Öyle demiyordur ha. Collect. Bağlan. Topla işte hepsini yani o
We've gathered enough Nilot Palalotuses.
fazla.
Let's head back to meet Tighnari.
İki tane daha var. Bunlar da alacağım. Yukarı çık diyor. Hadi.
Solidify.
Erken bas.
Hey Tighnari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Find bu çiçeklerini bulduk diyor. Pencereye
Let me
biz
have a
vur.
look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality.
Bakayım. İşte bakayım diyor. Ben bakayım. Kötü iyi diyor. İyiymiş. Bunlar tüm hepsi inanılmaz.
I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other
Çok uzun
things.
konuşuyor ya.
Tighnari.
Ha, dostları.
Oh, Tighnari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Senin isminle arıyorlar. Forest ormanında seviyorsun diyor.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set... Let's go find out what's going on.
İyi. Çıkalım. Gidelim çıkalım. Filan baya. Talk Emir. Amir. Emir'le. Hayır. Şunu alacaktım. Hayır. Okçu olan.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and
Yes.
find you at Gandharvaville.
E. E. İyi. Teşekkür ediyorum. E. Biz seni burada bulduk diyor. E.
What's going on?
Ne? O nedir?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Tamam.
The withering is back?
Yes.
But the patrol route you were on should have been already
Sorry.
cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so
Ben
quickly.
geçen hafta bitiremiz tamamlandı diyor.
Can you tell me the exact location?
Olan olayı
It's
kostüm
up ahead,
söyledi.
deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
Derinliklerdeymiş
And the
oraya
radius
git.
of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
Düzgün izleyememiş. Söylemem gerekirse düzgün izleyemedim.
No one in our patrol team had a
Göremedim.
vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right
Anladım.
decision. I'll go deal with it right away.
Ait değil.
In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Tamam, geri kalanı izledim. Go deal. Evet. Good. Ben de her valla geri dönecek.
Why don't you let us help you?
Niye yardım etmiyorsun? Bize
You two have only just
Evet.
arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands.
çok yalan.
There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering.
Ben yanlış. Kış mı? Bana diyor.
The affected
Yeah,
areas not
Murat.
only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's
Çok
also
üzücü.
lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place.
Keeping. Thing. Tehlikeli bir yermiş. Yağmur
As Amir
ormanda.
said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects
Element
for a
güçleri
time.
manipüle Feel.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here.
Tamam. Rekor bir süresi
Only
var.
someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
Ne diyor? Buz alanının iyi bir yolu bile kullanmış. Ben
You don't
anlamadım.
seem to carry a vision.
Vizyon. Vizyon gördün mü diyor. Vizyon. Herhangi şu ikisinden
He may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
tamam.
Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar situations before.
Evet. Ha, Biz yardım etmeden önce anlamadım.
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify the withering. Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers, come with me. I'm sure you'll both be
İki
able to help.
deneyimli maceracıyla diyoruz. Ha. Ne? Tamam. Benimle görüşeceğiniz eminmiş. Tamam.
Stabilize.
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering zone.
Evet. Görülüyor. We think kış alanına orada falan.
Even though Paimon's seen one before, it's still kind of scary.
Korktu. Görmeden önce. Gördükten sonra bak.
All right, traveler. We're about to enter the withering zone. Since you already have experience dealing with these things, you should already know what to do.
Merkez. İleri. Ve ileri. Kış alanına doğru ileri. Hmm. Sizin bunlarla deneyiminiz var diyor.
But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather.
Evet.
It could become a matter of life and death.
İlerlemek şu atak ya.
You ready then? Let's go.
Üzerine diyeyim hadi başlayalım. İleri.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Tamam buram.
Solidify.
Hadi oğlum.
Stabilize.
İşine bak sen hadi.
There is no escape.
Abi. Hastalanmış lan bunlar.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
Bunları yenecekmiş.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
Saldırı at. Kısa saldırı ol. Bunlar.
Solidify.
Shine down.
Wind blade.
Suya suyla sarıyor. Oluyor. Buz olan. Anlamadım, hızlı geçti.
Wind blade.
Tamam. Değil, uzun menzilli. Bunun gibi.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Güzel peyvan oluyor. Ay şu özür.
One with the force.
Ya sikeyim.
Great work. Now that
Ay
all the
ya,
branches
ölüyor
have been
lan.
cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Stabilize.
Ha sen
Illusion shattered.
kavga mı geçiyor? Ben mi geçiyorum?
Gather.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
Yok. Şimdi yok ettim.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Normale döndü. Şimdi normale.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Geri normale döndü. İkinize teşekkür ederim. Lan.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
Neden yaptın?
It's
No.
that obvious, huh?
Right.
All right. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears.
Büyülü hadi lan. Ha. Want. Want.
If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue.
Daha çok çalışmak.
But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself.
Neydi? Reinforce. Ha, şu bölge için.
For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Ha. Biz Füturizon alanına çıktık. Yok. Değilmiş.
This
Peki.
presents a crisis for
Dönüş
the
değişen
ecosystem
bitkilerden
itself.
olmuş.
Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Daha ciddi. Daha ciddiler varmış bu. Mevzular. Mevzular. Anladım onu. Başlıyor.
Huh? Well, why is that?
Neden ama?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that no, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Ee, e. Dünya Organizasyonu üzgün mü? Nerede?
Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Var.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
Derin.
They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Ben onu düşünüyorum. Dip bölgelerde tüm aşağı yollarda var mıymış?
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Hangisi diyor? Anneling, allowing.
The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul.
Biliyormuş. Alın. Sait Demir. Power.
And as for
Güçlüymüş.
the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Bizim Grand Bull'u derdinmemiz gerek. Buraya geri dönmek. Evet, geri dönmemiz lazım. Hadi gidelim. Şey yapıyoruz. Biz de gidiyoruz, tamam. Ha 3. Bayağı yükseltirim ya. Düşer mi acaba?
Shine down.
Hep burada lan.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
Senin gelmeni bekledim. Bu nasıl gitti?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry.
Ee, o bölgenin raporu var. Kar. Not ihtiyacımız yok.
Wait, is that?
Az önce öldürdün lan bu. Az önce gözlemiş.
Oh no, Hypatia!
Kim lan? Tamam.
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
Nedir yanlış?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
No.
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your
Ne
face?
söylemiş?
Just let Paimon read it.
Deneyimli bir deneyim. Sadece oku.
All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Tüm çizgileri görüyorum.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation.
Testim. O muydu?
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
Bitmiş.
We need to go.
Kişi varmış.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Orada 3 gün geçirecek. Hey, what? Kayıtta.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her...
Bu
I
olmadan önce.
prefer not to remember that.
Last time. Ya. Ay. Geç. Bulundu. Ben hatırlayamadım.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Acil. Oraya acil gitmeniz gerek gibi. İkinizin. Tamam gel.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler. Take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Olur.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Diyor musun? Nasıl diyorsun diyor.
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine.
Ben iyi bilirim. Karanlık element.
And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, that's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance, not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Teyvat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devaya. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to act. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
Evet, benim gözlerim aksiyon sonraki aksiyonu gördüm. Gözlerim.
When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneal are aimed at...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
Bize yardım.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others.
Özel bir takas.
Please, wait here for a moment.
Bekle bir dakika. Bekliyoruz işte. Ne oldu? Keseceğim. Ya. Keseceğim.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
Ne? Ben eminim. Kendi geldi.
Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have.
Sorun var mı diyor sizleri.
No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hadi baş. Neyse abi. Arkadaşlar bugün bu kadar olsun. Yarın görüşürüz. Kendinize bakın. Bay bay.